My man Fox Chase, he's pretty much coming in with, gonna start calling that chair next to Trump the hot seat. You sit there, you get ready to answer questions. Yeah, low key. You sit there, you get ready to answer questions, and then Trump comes around and just schools your ass. Like, it is absolutely hilarious how Trump is like setting him up for like, well, honestly, the biggest smear ever. He's like, oh, okay, you peace. Okay, you talking about peace. Oh, you say that genocide ain't real. Okay. Trust me, I got some videos to show y'all as well.
Pictures of that field, of that killing field. You never saw anything like it in your life. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing that goes on, but I think we've made big progress. Yeah, please go ahead. No, not you. Right here. He's from South Africa. Go ahead, please.
What are you expecting on the ICJ case? Are you expecting South Africa to drop that? Is that what you're trying to raise?
On which case?
The ICJ case against Israel, International Criminal Court.
I don't expect anything, to be honest. I really don't. I don't know. It's they've got cases, a lot of anger there, tremendous.
I mean, the ICC couldn't even do nothing to this man. So at this point, I'm wondering who really can. The only person who can stop Israel is the USA. Okay, that's the only people who can stop Israel. Sadly, and it doesn't look like we're really too interested in doing so. Like, the ICC, the International Criminal Court, couldn't pull this man's coattail, or pull this man by his collar. What makes you think any of you guys can? It's only us. It's only us.
This anger, I don't expect anything. We'll see what happens. We'll have a ruling, and who knows what the ruling is going to mean. Yeah.
On that subject of Gaza, Mr. President, are you going to be speaking to Prime Minister Netanyahu about Israel's renewed offensive there? There's been a lot of concern from European countries. The Pope has expressed concern. Are you going to be asking Prime Minister Netanyahu to tone down the offensive in Gaza, to let more aid in?
Was that a question or a statement?
I'm not even going to lie, though. Israel is making us look bad. I mean, they've been making us look bad for a minute, but now it's becoming more and more, noticeable. So it would be smart for Trump to kind of, just like he did with Saudi Arabia and Qatar, kind of push Israel to the side and kind of let things happen. Kind of like, just like he did with the hostage deal, he pushed Israel to the side to get Hamas to the table, and he made things happen. So it seems like things in the Middle East, or peace in the Middle East, tend to get on a pause when you involve Israel for some strange reason. Strange, huh?
David. This guy's, you never change.
Mr. President, decide what will it take for you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa?
Well, I can answer that for the president. It's for him.
I'd rather have him answer.
Yeah, I'd rather answer that. It will be.
Our president will respond to you.
Yeah, let me.
Thank you, Mr. President.
It will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us on the quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So it'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
But, Mr. President, I must say that we have, wait. We have thousands of stories talking about it. Sure. And we have documentaries, we have news stories, and that. Is Natalie here? Somebody here to turn that? I could show you a couple of things, and it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would. And turn the lights down. Turn the lights down.
Yeah, this was
and just put this on. It's right behind you, Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do with or without you.
So if we want to go ahead and get the full context of this video, I got you guys. Don't worry. Right here. This is what you guys are pretty much, supporting and want to send these guys back to. Remember this.
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing this parliament can do with or without you. people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yes. South African occupy land. That's who we are.
Honorable member,
I want to do. You can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament.
Honorable. Yes, honorable member.
Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Yamasa. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa. To kill, Yamasa. Kill the poor, the farmer.
I mean, before I continue in this, like, I mean, complete, expose. Yeah, is there anything that you Dems want to say? You might want to apologize to these white Afrikaners that you kind of didn't really know their situation at all. No, you didn't. You just went off of the outrage of liberal media telling you that, oh, Trump just wanted to put it in white people. They don't have no real thing going on. There's not a complete party or a crowd of freaking people chanting to kill them. That's not going on. Okay, then.
The mayor of DA in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashaba and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness.
Shoot to kill. Yamasa. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
This is an entire party in South Africa who has this belief. So could you imagine, I mean, the Republicans, the Democrats having a whole belief, let's say on, black people reparations. And we're over here saying that, yeah, we're just about to walk up to every white farmer and just take their land. Like, period, point blank. And if you resist, we will kill you. Like, could you imagine a thing going down here in America? Would you be okay with that?
Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa. Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, we've not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd understand.
Yo, he said we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. Do you not see where this is going, guys? Like I said, the liberal media literally spun this as a race baiting thing. They race baited you guys into ignoring their problem. There's literally a party out there that has a movement based on taking their land and killing them. Period, point blank. This is the facts.
Somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter, they freak out. It sounds like a genocidal call.
Cry babies.
Go.
Shoot
the broad white farmer. We're going to shoot him with a machine gun. And then they're going to run. We're going to shoot them. And they are going to run.
Who will expropriate land without compensation, whether they like it or not. If they object, they can seek refuge in America.
It's so funny though. Like, look, there's some Dems in here that's still pretty much, no, send them back to be slaughtered. Like I said, have you seen what the libs have turned these people into? This is straight up racism. Now this is anti-white. Now you guys look stupid. They use the whole race baiting tactic to pretty much put a blanket over their entire situation. That is the problem that's going on today with the Liberal Party. Instead of actually looking into the problem, they want to sit there and try to make a political or try to put a political spin on it. What? All right, then. So he pretty much says in this, he says each cross in this long ass street, each cross represents a white farmer who was murdered in South Africa. And some people still deny that white South African Boers are persecuted and say they don't deserve asylum because they are white. Yeah, like I said, yeah, look, y'all guys looking a little racist right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm gonna be real with you guys. You kind of sounding like my man's right now. You feel me? Like right now, being racist.
That nigga is guilty.
Like right now.
Oh yeah. There is powerful niggardry at work here.
It's like, dang. And then some of y'all are white too. It's like y'all the Uncle Ruckus of white people. I never thought I'd see today. That long ass line. Each and every cross is a innocent life, an innocent farmer life who, and him and his family, by the way. So yes, the owner of the farmer and their family pretty much are dying. This is what's going on, guys. And like I said, you guys just wanted to what? Race bait? Like for real? Like I said, though, this is what the Dems do. This is what the Liberal Party do. You put blanket over a situation to go ahead and run a political narrative on it. I mean, you did the same thing with the Venezuelans in Colorado, did the same thing with the Haitians in Ohio. But yeah, I mean, this is what you guys do. You literally put a blanket over big situations that are truly hurting people so you can spin a political narrative. God damn.
Oh shit!
I mean, goes on for miles and miles and miles. And that's not a genocide? I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is what you guys want to be standing on right now. Like, you sure this is what you guys want to stand on, right? I've been told you guys since the beginning, you might want to back off this Dems because it's looking a little racist. But all right, let's get into it.
People are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one.
No. He's like, no. Sit down and watch.
You can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yes. South African occupy land. That's who we are. Honorable member, can we withdraw my membership from this useless parliament?
Honorable. Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Yamasa. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
The poor, the white farmer.
The mayor of DA in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Bruh. Not because Mashaba and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness. Shoot to kill. Yamasa. poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
I mean,
shoot to kill. Come on, sir.
but
And those cars aren't driving. They're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who's killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it.
me neither.
Both sides of the road, you have crosses.
And each cross represents a dead farmer. It represents a dead farmer. And yeah, I did see that. Bro didn't even look. He's like, said, go back a few seconds and watch the African president won't even look at the TV. Can't face his lies. Bro, he was literally looking. Now he looking now. But during the whole time, he was literally pretty much looking at Trump like, yo, what is this about? Like, hold on, dog. Hold on. You put me on Front Street here. It's like what? Did you not know this was going down? Did you not know there were huge crowds of people pretty much saying that they want to go out there and kill white people? Did you not see that? Those were pretty big rallies, bro. I mean, can you imagine if we ever held rallies like that in America? Trust me, it'd be on front page news and everybody know about it.
Stopped there to pay respects to their family member who's killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road, you have crosses.
You looking now?
Those people are all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen.
Really?
Okay.
I mean, it's in South Africa.
You need to find out.
You need to find out. What do you mean? Where is this? Like, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the crowds of people chanting "kill the white people"? Or are you talking about the rows of crosses laid out to represent each and every white farmer that's been killed? Which one haven't you seen, my friend? Like, please explain to me.
I don't know. I don't know. No. Okay.
Mr. President, the Pentagon announced that it would be accepting a Qatari jet to be used as Air Force One, perhaps.
What are you talking about?
Can we have a South African question, please?
Whoa. It's so funny how the press just try to run off. Hey, no. You guys just sat there and ran a whole lie about these white people that came over from South Africa who was literally being hunted. You guys ran a lie saying that it was unfounded. The president literally sat there and showed you guys proof, and then immediately on the second, okay, so president, you want to talk about the Qatari jet? Son of a disingenuous bastards. There's no way they tried to pull that.
Mr. President,
the Pentagon's first.
What does this have to do with the Qatari jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? And it's a great thing. We're talking about a lot of other things. It's NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You're a terrible reporter.
You're a terrible bro. That was absolutely, I'm not even gonna lie, that was disgusting. Like, you just pretty much sat there and saw the actual proof that there is a group of people, a radical group in Africa that is literally chanting, we're going to go out there, we're going to hunt white people, literally singing about shooting white people. Come on, where's the defense on that? Oh, you can't. So let's talk about the Qatari jet. Absolutely disrespectful to these people suffering. Like I said, they'll throw a blanket over a problem to try to win a political narrative. It's insane.
You don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're not smart enough. But for you to go into a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force, which is a very nice thing, they also gave $5.1 trillion worth of investment in addition to the jet. Go back. You ought to go back to your studio at NBC, because Brian Roberts and the people that run that place, they ought to be investigated. They are so terrible the way you run that network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from me. Go ahead.
And shout out to my man Fox. He said African president thought he was going to kiss Trump's ass and get some money, then talk shit about him. Exactly. But no, he ended up getting exposed, and then the liberal media had nothing to say. I thought the liberal media would at least sat there and been like, you know what? I'm being real with you, bro. All right, look, we defended you guys, but now we got to ask you questions. No, they completely ignored everything they just saw, all the evidence they just saw there on that screen, and they just said, you know what? So you want to talk about the Qatari jet? Bro, really?
Go ahead, talk about that.
Please, may we have a South African
His name is
question,
Peter
Mr.
something.
President
He's
Trump?
a terrible.
If they're committing genocide, why invite him to the White House? I'll be quiet. Sure, that's my question now.
Let's go.
Thank you so much, President Trump. Annika Larson from ENCA in South Africa. Thank you very much for hosting us. What would you like President Ramaphosa to do about the situation that we've just seen on the screen?
I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. Horrible death. Death.
Yep.
I don't know.
But you know that there
Pick
are black
anyone.
people who are
White
dying
South
the most?
Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all. I mean, I'll give these to you. So when you say, what would I like to do? I don't know what to do. Look at this. White South African couple say that they were attacked violently.
President Trump, when will you go and see for yourself if it is?
Well, I could do that. Look, here's burial sites all over the place. These are all white farmers that are being buried.
President Trump.
He asks about a jet.
Even when you show them proof, they want to sit there and deny it. They want to sit there and try to gaslight you. This is disrespectful. This is at this point, I mean, we're reaching a certain point of anti-white kind of racism, or they just want to keep this political narrative because they just stood so strong on it. Like, oh, Trump trying to make America white again. But no, we're just trying to save these, well, it's just so happen to be white people from a very terrible situation that they're going through in South Africa.
That was given.
My first question is about Africa.
You know, you are so bad. You're such a bad reporter.
If they're committing genocide, why invite them? So if they are committing genocide, why invite the South Africans to the White House?
May I finish, please, President Trump? Mr. President
This
Trump,
is one after another. This family was wiped out. I'm just looking.
Can we get a response from President Trump? Give us your reaction to those videos, Mr.
President Trump, would you?
Well, I think the videos are so. No. When you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And I have other friends in South Africa.
I mean, do y'all want me to play the video again? Like for those of you who just came in, do I need to play it again? Because I got y'all.
People that left, one in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land, they take your land and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now we're going to talk about it, but this is a tremendous look. This is story recent. These are all people that recently got killed.
Yep, reported by the news, but ignored by mainstream media. I mean, yeah, people are reporting on it, but for some reason it's being ignored by mainstream media. Actually, they want to kind of frame it as, oh, Trump's being racist and you want to kick out the gang members, but you want to let in the innocent white people. It's like, I mean, y'all pick quite the situation to kind of spin into a racist to a race bait. It's like, I can't stand you them sometimes. It's like, I have love for y'all since y'all fellow Americans, but sometimes y'all just do stuff that is outright despicable.
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do.
So pretty much he's saying that, yeah, we don't care what you guys say. We're going to go and take this white land from the white people. And they're saying this in South African court, saying it right in front of these guys, saying it right in front of the officials, and they have not been rounded up. They have not been imprisoned or nothing. Actually, they've been allowed to carry out their radical ideas. You see where we're going with this now? All right, let's keep it going.
Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yes. South African occupy land. That's who we are.
Honorable member,
I want to do. You can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament.
Honorable. Yes, honorable member.
Must never be scared to kill
And this guy right here was the same guy that was literally singing a song about shooting white people. And he's one of their, well, honestly, one of their, well, I guess, highly established officials. He's one of those guys who's up there.
Yes, honorable member.
Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa. To kill Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
The mayor of D.
Guys, let's make sure we double tap that screen and like the video. Appreciate the support, by the way, guys. But yes, make sure we double tap the screen, hit the 3 dots to like and subscribe to the channel. And like I said, Dems, what is your excuse at this point? Like, you want to sit here and just ignore the facts? Because this is a radical party in South Africa that they're allowing them to do this. It all lines up. What else do you guys want? Like, it's absolutely crazy how you wanted to race bait this.
DA in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashaba and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness.
Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa. Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa.
I know, right, bro? Sabc said Democrats can only come out with what about it? Well, what about the slavery and all that? I mean, so you're telling me it's okay to send these white people to their death because of what? Slavery? Like, because of what? He's like, that's why you guys sound racist, because it's because they're white people. You want this to happen to them. If these were African people, you would be okay with them coming over here. If they was Hispanic, you'd be okay with them coming over here. If the races were switched, you'd be asking us to damn near bomb South Africa. So let's be honest. You guys just hate white people. Like, I do not get why. Some of you are white yourselves. Would you not understand how they race baited you against your own kind?
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now.
We have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I want you to hear that.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd understand somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter, they freak out. It sounds like a genocidal call.
Cry babies.
Yeah. Whoa.
Cry babies.
He pretty much said this. You are a white man. We are going to hit them. And you are going to run. Shoot the white farmer. We are going to hit them. You are going to run. And they're dancing. We're going to shoot them with the machine gun. They are going to run. Remember, this was the same guy that was on that court. Same guy that was listening to these guys out and hearing them out on that court. The same guy out here singing this song about shooting white people. We're going to shoot them. They are going to run.
Who will expropriate land without compensation, whether they like it or not. If they object, they can seek refugee in America.
then I believe you guys already seen this part, but I want you guys to check this out as well, because this guy says he don't know anything about it. You know what? I don't know about that.
The question of land, the land of our forefathers and our foremothers must return to our people without any fail and without any payment of compensation. And it must happen now.
So the same South African president that said he don't know nothing about it is also saying that, yo, yeah, we're going to take the land of our forefathers from these white people, and without any compensation, we're just going to force them off with no compensation. And he says, oh, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay.
They say it's okay to do. Now, we're going to talk about it, but this is a tremendous look.
Oh, and shout out to my man Fox Chase. Said that guy is another Sharon. He loves the power and money and cares less about his own. Man, I mean, facts. Wow. It's wild what we're actually hearing out here. It's wild.
This is a story recent. These are all people that recently got killed. Yeah. And I don't know how it can get any worse. These are and you know, the man that you saw, the men that you saw, the people that you saw in that movie, those are officials. Those are people that were in office.
Yeah.
They had one march. They had a dance in your parliament, whatever you may call it, legislature.
But let me clarify that.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that, because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many...
Dog, this wouldn't even, what they're doing wouldn't even be protected under our freedom of speech. They're literally inciting violence, saying that they want to go out there and hurt people, and they're acting on it. No, G, this wouldn't even be protected under freedom of speech. And that's saying something.
In many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
take land. And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
Yeah.
There is quite
nothing.
They're bragging about it, dog. They're dancing about it. What do you mean? Like, how are you going to spin this, my man?
Nothing happens.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately, through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now...
The farmers are black. The farmers are not black. I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black. And the people that are being killed in large numbers, and you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going, I guess on a Sunday morning, they tell me.
And what you mean, bro? Specifically said, we're going after white people. He didn't say black farmers. He said the white farmer. Nobody else but them is catching the smoke from this party.
To pay respect to their loved ones that were killed, their heads chopped off, they died violently. And, you know, I mean, we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here. But I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake, like NBC, which is fake news, totally one of the worst, ABC, NBC, CBS, horrible. But if they weren't fake news like this jerk that we have here, if we had real reporters, they'd be covering it. But the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that. They don't want to talk about it, but now they have to talk about it.
I mean, yeah, that was like I said, the most disrespectful thing ever. The most dishonest questioning he could have posed was literally sitting there after mainstream media sat there and said, oh, there's nothing going on in South Africa. They're not in danger. Trump just want to invite over white people and kick out minorities or people of color. When now that we showed the proof that, yo, there's actually a case over there, they're actually being pretty much hunted down for their land. When we actually now prove that, this guy literally says, well, okay, well, now that I can't defend that, let's talk about the Qatari jet. Let's talk about that. really, guys, are you serious? Like, this is not honest reporting. It's almost disingenuous. It is disingenuous, and it's really disrespectful to what's going on and to those people's problems.
But they won't. This won't even be a subject. They'll have him talking about why did a country give a free, think of this, why did a country give an airplane to the United States Air Force? Okay, the United States, not to me, to the United States Air Force, so they could help us out because we need an Air Force One until that's Air Force One is being built, 2 of them being built. But Boeing's a little bit late, unfortunately. So why did they give us a plane to the United States Air Force? That's what that idiot talks about after viewing a thing where thousands of people are dead.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish I did. I'd take it. I would take it. If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
Okay.
Hey,
but coming back to this issue, which I really would like us to talk about, and talk about it very calmly. We were taught by Nelson Mandela that whenever there are problems, people need to sit down around a table and talk about them.
Well, there are problems.
And this is precisely what we would also like to talk about, including, of course, trade matters, investment matters. So the issues that concern you as the United States,
those are all deaths.
Yeah, in many ways. I mean,
Nah, shuffle through them, G. No, please just shuffle through them for me, because I'm pretty sure you know about this, because you actually support the taking of their land. You support it, and you think that these people should get no compensation whatsoever. I mean, talk about criminal.
One should say you are a partner of South Africa, and you are raising concerns, and these are concerns that we are willing to talk to you about. Let me just add quickly, you know, the criminality that we are experiencing in our country needs quite a lot of technological capability. And in one of our areas in South Africa, we're using US technology, which is able to, in many ways, identify where shootings are happening and all that. And I'd like to talk about that because there is support that we can get from you as the United States to help us deal with all these acts of criminality. And that is what I believe partnership is all about. And we are here as a partner so that we can help each other whenever there are challenges. So I'd like us to discuss it, and of course,
well, you gonna let us come over there and lock up your people? No, dog. You gotta do that yourself. Like, we're not gonna. I mean, the gesture's nice, but I don't really think it's the wisest idea just to have military forces protecting South African farmland because you guys can't control your people in their radical ideology.
Outside of the media, so that we sit down and have a really good discussion that will lead to good outcomes.
Are there any other punitive measures that could be in place should you not be satisfied that South Africa is fixing some of the very bad things, in inverted commas, that you tweeted are happening?
Well, there are a lot of bad things happening in many countries, but this in particular has been very, very bad, very bad. And because of we're going to have the whole world watching in another short period of time because you have the G20, and that's a big deal. And it seems like, I mean, I want you to look good. I don't want you to look bad.
Very good.
But we have hundreds of people, thousands of people trying to come into our country because they feel they're going to be killed and their land is going to be confiscated. And you do have laws that were passed that gives you the right.
So crazy like this, because the Dems, we all agree that Israel should not be doing what they're doing to the Palestinians. Like, we agree with that. So why can't you guys keep the same consistency with these South Afrikaners, with these white South African people? Keep that same consistency that no people should be hunted upon. No people should just be killed because of the color of their skin. Keep that same consistency. Like, at this point, I don't care how much you want to bring up the slave history. It doesn't matter in this situation. Sorry to tell you, stop being so emotional about it, because there's never going to be a time where I'm just going to sit here and be like, well, these innocent civilians should just be slaughtered because, well, I don't know, slavery happened in another country that they're not even a part of.
Right to confiscate land for no payment. you can take away land for no payment.
I want to clarify that because we have a constitution. Our constitution guarantees and protects the sanctity of tenure.
Does it though? And shout out to my man Vladstein. It's crazy that Africa is thrown a content that has had the most genocides in human history. I mean, yeah. They hold the throne in that one. I'll tell you that. And from across the land, from different people, especially what's going on in Sudan. But here's the main problem. Like I said, these people are literally being hunted after because, well, one, they're landowners, and two, because they're white. If they're black landowners, they're pretty much saying, okay, that's cool. But what their gripe is, like pretty much what our FBA guys' gripe is. They want reparations, but they're doing the more extreme route because I guess they're the majority. And this is where, I mean, honestly, this is where democracy kind of fails sometimes, because this is where they say if a majority can kind of go against a minority, they're kind of taking away their individual rights. This is an example of that. The minority, which is this party, went against the majority, which is the white farmers, and took away their rights. And you guys are okay with that for some strange reason. And this is why I said we are blessed to live in a constitutional republic.
Land ownership. And that constitution protects all South Africans with regards to land ownership. However, we do say, because we've got to deal with the past, the government, and as your government also has the right to expropriate land for public use.
And you're doing that.
And we've never really gotten underway with that. And we are going to be doing
you're taking people's land away from them. And those people in many cases are being executed. They're being executed. And they happen to be white, and most of them happen to be farmers. Mm-hmm. And that's a tough situation. I don't know how you explain that. How do you explain that? They're taking people's land away, and in many cases, those people are being...
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, them are the same people who will sit there and say, Israel's taking Gaza's land away. They're trying to take Palestine. They're taking it. And I agree. So why can't y'all sit here and with this group of black people and say, yo, this is crazy. They're trying to take these white people's land, and for no reason. Like, I don't agree. Just on the premise of what? Reparations that they haven't established through their courts. They're just going to take it and kill them for it. Like, yeah, please be consistent.
Being executed, and in many cases, it's not the government that's doing it. It's people that kill them and then take their land, and nothing happens to them. But we have thousands of people that want to come into our country. They're also going to Australia in a smaller number. But we have thousands of people that want to come into our country, and they're white farmers, and they feel that they're going to die in South Africa. And it's a bad thing. Yeah.
What can South Africa do? What concessions would you like to see them make to improve relations with the United States? Then I have one more for
whatever it is. Lock up that crazy ass party that they got over there that's literally chanting to kill white people. Yes, lock all of them up. I would tell them straight to his face. Yeah, you're gonna lock each and every one of them people up that we've seen on that TV. Lock their ass up and figure out which one was doing them killings. And if you don't, then trust me, we ain't gonna see no American deal. It's like you're tripping.
President Ramaphosa afterwards.
Well, we just spoke about, I got them a very, very complex machine, 150 of them. And I was asked by the president if he could help. And I did that. And, I have great feeling for all countries. I deal with all countries. But I have a great feeling for South Africa because I have friends. I have a couple of friends, a few friends here today. But I have many friends from South Africa. But many of those friends are not, they can't go back. I have Elon is from South Africa. I don't want to get Elon involved. That's all I have to do, get him into another thing. But Elon happens to be from South Africa. This is what Elon wanted. He actually came here on a different subject, sending rockets to Mars, okay? He likes that better. He likes that subject better. That's right. But Elon is from South Africa. I don't want to talk to him about that. I don't think it's fair to him.
That's right.
But I will say that people are fleeing South Africa for their own safety. Their land is being confiscated, and in many cases, they're being killed. And that scene of, you see how many crosses they have. Those crosses, that's a dead person in every one of them. And those trucks or cars are paying their respects to all of those dead people on a Sunday morning. That's a rough thing to explain away. And the problem we have, and the way, a correct and a fair media exposes things. But we have a very corrupt media. They won't even report this. If this were the other way around, it would be the biggest story. Now, I will say apartheid, terrible.
I said the same thing. I'm like, bro, if this was white people, group of white people going after black farmers, chanting about how we gonna kill the N-words with a hard R on it, you guys would lose y'all fucking mind. You would lose your minds. And y'all know this. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all not consistent in y'all outrage at this point. Because let it have been the other way around, bro. This would have been, this would have been all over the news. This would have been the problem going. Bro, this would have probably damn near overshadowed what's going on in Gaza, to be quite honest with you. If this was a group of white people going out to kill African farmers, you guys would lose y'all effing minds. So like I said, you guys are not consistent, which means that this is not about the situation. This is about them being white, which making me think that the Dems have turned into an anti-white party.
That was the biggest threat. That was reported all the time. This is sort of the opposite of apartheid. What's happening now is never reported. Nobody knows about it. All we know is we're being inundated with people, with white farmers from South Africa. And it's a big problem. Marco Rubio was telling me he's never seen anything like it. The numbers of people that want to leave South Africa because they feel they're going to be dead very soon. Yes, please.
I was going to say,
Brian, go.
If I could just ask you a question. 72% of farmers in your country are white. If they flee, do you feel that maybe the economy could collapse? You may not have a gap to fill in those people that need to replace those farmers.
I'd like my Minister of Agriculture, who is white, who comes from an opposition party to mine, who's joined my government at my invitation to address this very issue, including the question that you just raised. John?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Yeah. And Mr. President, thank you for welcoming us to the White House. I would say we have a rural safety problem in South Africa. I don't think anyone wants to candy coat that. And it requires a lot of effort to get on top of it. It's going to require more policing resources. It's going to require a different strategy to be able to deal with it. But certainly the majority of South Africa's commercial and smallholder farmers really do want to stay in South Africa and make it work. And I've just come from the largest agricultural show in the Southern Hemisphere with organized agriculture and farmers, and the majority of them want to stay. But they too, they have a memorial to those who've died as a result of farm attacks. And as the Minister of Agriculture, it is something that I'm particularly exercised with my colleagues at police and my colleagues in the justice cluster to start making farm attacks and stock theft a priority crime. And it affects all farmers in South Africa, particularly stock theft. It has a disproportionate effect on smallholder black farmers. I also want to just say this, that the two individuals that are in that video that you've seen are both leaders of opposition minority parties in South Africa. Mkhonto Wesizwe under Mr. Zuma and the economic freedom fighters under Mr. Malema. Now, the reason that my party, the Democratic Alliance, which has been an opposition party for over 30 years, chose to join hands with Mr. Ramaphosa's party was precisely to keep those people out of power. We cannot have those people sitting in the union buildings making decisions. And that is why after 30 years of us exchanging barbs.
Yeah, we're hearing you, dog, but they're doing what they want anyway. They're doing it anyway. So we're hearing you talk about, oh, yeah, well, we keep them out of power. This is what we do, guys. This is unconstitutional for us. But it's still happening, and you're over here talking about, well, I don't know about it. I like, hold on, where's this street in South Africa that has all? Where's this road that has all these crosses? Wait, who is this guy right here that's talking to a crowd of South Africans talking about killing white people? What's going on? And that is literally what their president is telling us. The South African president literally sat there and said, I do not know what's going on. Same man that was literally talking about taking land and not compensating people. Man, this guy.
Floor in Parliament and trying to get one over on each other. We've decided to join hands precisely to keep that lot out of government, because the day they get in to the doors of the union buildings in South Africa or control of our parliament, that's what you're going to see. And that is why this government, working together, needs the support of our allies around the world, so that we can strengthen our hand.
I'm like, sir, did you not hear this man at the beginning of the video? He literally told you to your face that they're going to go ahead and attack these white people and take their land, and you can't stop them. That was the first part of the video. Do I need to go back to the first part of the video where this man literally said to their face, there's nothing you can do. You can't stop me. And he said it in the goddamn court right here. Like, what?
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yes. South African occupy land. That's who we are.
Honorable member,
can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament.
Honorable. Yes, honorable member.
So yeah, he's talking that talk, but he just remember this is that guy literally just told the entire court, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And the fact that he ain't locked up for saying that is crazy.
Grow our economy.
If it's unconstitutional.
Shut the door forever on that rabble getting through the doors of the union buildings, because then South Africa's future will be.
So you denounced that type of language in the video that you saw?
Oh yes, we've always done so. As government, as my own party, we are completely.
I'm crying, not. That is a banger comment. I'm not even gonna lie. He said they got the white man to get them out of this. Like, yeah, we need to bring a white man with us to explain how you literally just effed up. I mean, buddy, hopefully they're paying you well to talk against your own people. Hopefully they're paying you well.
If you're opposed to that, we in 1955 adopted a document which said South Africa belongs to all who live in it.
But why wouldn't you arrest that man? That man said, kill the white farmers, kill the white farmers. And then he danced, and he's dancing, and it's kill the white farmers. I'm not sure, but I think if somebody got up in Parliament and started saying, kill a certain group of people, he would be arrested very quickly. That man is going all over South Africa. And that's not a small party. That was a stadium that holds 100,000 people. And I hardly saw an empty seat. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of representation. And those crosses, we have dead white people, dead white farmers, mostly. And you take a look at Australia, they're being inundated, and we're being inundated with people that want to get out. And their farm is valueless. It's valueless. And they just want to get out with their life. And this is a very serious situation. And if we had a real news or real press or media, we don't have that because they won't talk about this.
No, they won't.
Because they're all guys like that idiot. But if we had a real press, it would be exposed. And you know, the beauty of exposing it is it's like a cleansing action. When it gets exposed, it'll get fixed. That's when it'll get fixed. But people don't talk about it. And I'll tell you who's talking about the thousands of people that are fleeing South Africa right now.
We discussed USAID and the devastating impact the cuts are having across the African continent.
Yeah, well, it's devastating, and hopefully a lot of people are going to start spending a lot of money. And I've talked to other nations. We want them to chip in and spend money too. And we've spent a lot. And it's a tremendous problem going on in many countries, a lot of problems going on. The United States always gets the request for money. Nobody else helps, as you know. Europe doesn't help. Europe hasn't given anything. All they do is sue our companies. You know, they sue Apple and they sue all of our companies. Apple had to pay $17 billion on a nonsense lawsuit. Very unfair. But we're going to always be there to help.
It's shown rightly South African broadcasting. If this Afrikaner resettlement issue is resolved, we're going to go into a room after this. You guys are going to talk. If it is resolved, what is the potential for the future-looking relationship?
It's fantastic. It's got to be resolved. It should be resolved. It's a little bit bad when you see a stadium with 100,000 people in it, because that means it's more than just a little movement. It's a pretty big movement in South Africa. So it has to be resolved. It'll be the end of the country if it's not resolved.
Potential for the relationship moving forward?
I hope so. That's why I'm here. I mean, I'm not here for my health. I'm here to see what it is. No, I'd like to see. I have friends. I can tell you, Ernie Els and Retief Goosen, they feel so strongly they wanted to be here on behalf of South Africa, not on behalf of me. And, you know, they said, can we be here for this? Because they love the country. Ernie, do you guys want to say a couple of words or anything? I hate to put you in this. This is tougher than sinking a 3-footer. Which they have, and they've sank many 3-footers.
Thank you, Mr. President. And thanks for the honor of being here. We've known each other a long time. We have spoken. You know, we're proud South Africans. I still have my South African passport. You know, we travel with this passport, you know, and I got my visa here. So, you know, but we want to see things get better in our home country. And that's the bottom line. It's been 35 years since the transition. President Ramaphosa was right in the middle of the transition time, 1990, and before that. So it's been 35 years of ANC government, and I know there's a lot of anger, you know, through the transition. There was also a lot of stuff happening in the apartheid days. You know, we grew up in the apartheid era, but I don't think two wrongs makes a right. You know, President Mandela, when he came out of prison for all that time, didn't come out with hatred, you know, and really unified our nation through sport. You know, we won the Rugby World Cup in the '95.
4 times.
We won the African Nations Cup, soccer. You know, we won some majors as golfers and so forth.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is, you know,
I mean, dog, you over here talking about sports, and we're talking about potential or the alleged genocide that's going on in your country. Like, where you going at? Where's this going?
This has been a long time coming. That's why we really wanted to meet you, meet the administration, and see our way forward, because we still want to see our country flourish. You know, we got some great things going on. Business is getting